What's up, guys? It is Friday, December 2nd, and it is 8:15 a.m., and this is the crypto market update. Things are looking good. On a higher time frame macro perspective, there's a lot of things that are happening on the high time frame charts, like 1 week, 2 week charts, 3 week, monthly charts that are just showing kind of, to me, what is going to happen in 2023, right? I believe we're going to see a surprising pivot from the Fed, or we're going to see an event. And it's just the dollar's going to tank hard. You're already seeing it start to aggressively go down. I mean, we're calling it back up here. We're already down 8%. We're still going down here. So now we're down 9% since calling it back mid-October. And we're seeing that momentum doesn't look like it's going to stop. And this is a 2-week chart. And the 2-week chart closes today. And we're seeing how the blue is getting ready to cross over the pink. Last time the pink crossed over the blue, that's when we went bam. Now we're getting the opposite effect, right? When the last time the blue crossed over the pink, like it's looking very close to doing the COVID, ever since COVID, that's what happened. The dollar went down and we went up so much, right? That I feel like this dollar dump is going to be aggressive. It's going to be hard. 100%. You can start to see it playing out. Like, look at this huge sell-off. Stock RSI losing all momentum. The bears are taking control. RSI is hanging right on this edge that if it breaks down through, we have our confirmation. So it's looking really good from the dollar perspective as far as dollar trend down. Bond yields, I believe, down. We're on the 2-week chart. We have the stock RSI cross down. We have the MACD and TSI ready to cross down as well too. As well as, I believe we have the 2-week sell now signal that came in. Let me pull that up. Yeah, so right here we got the 2-week sell now signal that's going to close, so it'll be a confirmation. But on top of it, we have a 3-week sell warnings, right? So let's see if we're close. So that candle closes today too. So we have a 3-week candle close and a 2-week candle close. Momentum's starting to shift down. So that's why I'm believing bond yields are going to come down. Dollar is going to come down. I believe cryptos have bottomed, and I'll show you why. And I believe the stock market, I'm waiting for one more confirmation, but I believe it has already bottomed as well too. And I'll show you all that as well. So if we go now to Bitcoin, we can see it's hanging around like $17,080 right now. So what's going on is what I'm seeing on the 2-week chart for Bitcoin, it closes in 2 days. So on Sunday, we have the stock RSI, it's pointing up. It's ready to gear up. You can see that even though we sold off lower, we still have these momentum indicators showing some strength here, some underlying strength, hidden bullish divergence, like very similar to back here. So you can see that we got our short exit at the bottom here back in 2018, just like we got our short exit in September this year. And we had the same kind of similarities in the bottom indicators here, the stock RSI kind of going on a little uptrend right here. And now we're continuing to go up. Same kind of thing that's happening, like say right here, this moment, right? Where the TSI has still not crossed yet up, but it's very close. The MACD is curling in, ready to flip to bullish, as well as that's exactly what's happening right here. TSI haven't crossed yet, but it's really close. MACD curling in, ready to flip bullish. Stock RSI is headed up here, grinding its way, trying to flip with the momentum to the upside. We're at the same level right here as we were back here. Same kind of areas as well for here too. And you can even see that we'll know right away once we see an uptick in this pink right here, because even if we're looking at this moment right here, it's like the blue was kind of going up like this, right? Just like it was going up like this here, more elongated though. But now if this were to come down and the pink were to come up, that's the confirmation to me that we're in one of these moments, a build-up moment to an explosive move to the upside to really recover a lot of downwards pressure that we've been going through for the past year. It could bring us up to $33,000 to $40,000 on Bitcoin. Yeah, 33 to 40,000. So that could be a big move. And if we come up here and we get rejected and we start to turn around, we see a narrative that's negative, we need to know what to do at this point, because that's your second chance out to if it's going to roll back over again and hit those levels that everybody's expecting. I don't expect that to happen if normally in a regular market, but that's disregarding any black swan or any event that could occur as well too. So that's what I'm seeing as far as Bitcoin. I believe that in the next 2 days here, we'll reclaim this yellow moving average, this 200 moving average. And I believe this was the biggest fake out of all time. I really do. Like, what a perfect narrative and event to unfold at the bottom here, especially when the dollar broke down, when we were saying it was gonna, bond yields came down, stock market bottom and shot up, gold, silver, bottom shot up, everything else shot up besides crypto because of that event when cryptos was really supposed to shoot up. So I believe it was the biggest kind of fake out scare out of all time. And I do think we're going to move up in a big way. So that's what I see here. So we'll see in the next 2 days. I'll do a video on Sunday tracking what's the update on this because it's a huge signal, huge move. Now let's look at the stock market. I'm on the 2-week chart here. So what I'm looking for that confirmation, like, yeah, it's set in stone where we bottom the stock market, is we have this trend line coming down like this. And let me hide these Stargate signals for a sec. We have that trend line coming down like that. Plus we have this trend line like this. And so if we were to get rejected here and come down, I'd expect us to come down to these 200 moving averages here around like 9,000 to 8,500. So that's for the downside, but it's looking very good and nice for the stock RSI to cross up through this 50 line here. The TSI is doing like a double bottom ready to cross. MACD's curling in heavy with some hidden bullish divergence. So it's looking like the stocks are going to turn around in a big way. What would be the result of that? The dollar continuing to fall, a narrative change, right? So it's looking like 2023 is shaping up to be a surprisingly big year, even though a lot of people think that how could it be all this contagion, everything like that. I believe there's going to be a massive overhaul, the current kind of way we see the crypto market, and it's going to get legitimized in 2023. So that's what I see. Another thing is the Stargate signals. I mean, like, you see the prepare to buy soon signal. So we're waiting for the buy now signal to get our confirmation that the top is in. I mean, the bottom is in. So let me put on the candles here. And you can see that back in 2009, bam, buy now right at the bottom here. There was one fake out here is the only thing. So maybe kind of how, you know, we go up like this, we come down once, go up like this, come down once. We have like one pop up, right? And then we come back down. So this, what I'm watching is like we had one down, up, another down, up, and then we tanked for the great financial crash. So we've already had our one down, our up, our one down. We're having our up right now. So I'm on edge these next 2 weeks to a month because if anything's going to happen, if it lines up with the fractals, if it lines up with kind of events to occur and kind of narratives to be foretold and kind of foreseen, if something's going to happen, it feels like it would happen as far as a grand finale or like kind of last nail in the coffin kind of moment as far as to suck all the hope out of everybody in cryptos or everybody in the stock market, hoping that, hey, we've actually bottomed here, and then one last swoop down to really be the bottom and go up. That's definitely on my radar. But we need to, we'll 100% know once we see that vertical blue line, that confirmation signal. So it's a good sign that these are flashing. I just want to see that follow through. So we'll know in a day or two here if we get that vertical blue line. Now, if we go to XLM. All right. So now we're on XLM, right? We're on the 2-week chart. The signal's called right here, this top right here. Oh, let me hide this. So I'll call the top here and then the top here. And then we went down heavy, called the top here. And for the first time on the 2-week chart, we're this oversold, right? The prepare to buy soon signals flash on the 2-week chart. And that's a great sign because as soon as we get that vertical blue line, the buy now signal, I mean, if it calls the tops to a T, it's very likely to call the bottoms to a T. And we're very close to that moment. You can see on the 2-week chart, candle close in 2 days. If we see an uptick as far as the stock RSI goes, something like this, and then the TSI officially crosses, then we're golden. What I believe is if we look at the void lines, right, because this measures the fractal patterns. Let me hide the Stargate signals. And let's look at this color coding right here, right? So we come up like this, right? So we go from yellow to blue. No, sorry, yellow to green to blue, right? We find our top here. But the blue and the purple, you go like kind of sideways like this, right? Just like here, we go from yellow to green to blue to purple. We find our top. we go like this, right? You can even put that line right there, that line right there, and then bam, we break down. And it's no surprise that that switch from green to red was like in the middle, right at that moment before breaking down. And then we get below the EMA ribbon, and we go from purple to red to orange, right? So we come down here, we go below the EMA ribbon, we go to purple, red to orange, just like here. We go from purple to red to orange, and we're down below the EMA ribbon here. And then we find our bottom, right, at the yellow. And then we start our uptrend when we go into the green. So we came down here, right? We go sideways a little bit like this. We're in the yellow. We're starting the green, just like here. We go to the red. Then we got the yellow here. We're going like sideways. And then we kind of have one last pull down, a scare event, right? We reach our true bottom. We start to go up, come back down for a lower, and with a scare event, just like we just got right now. And then that's our true bottom, right? When we touch down on close to this bottom channel here, when the color coding is like orange, like yellow to green, we're in the yellow to green right now. So we're in the final phases of the stellar bottom. And what I believe is we came down like this, had our scare event, and I believe we're going to pop up on out of here and start our bull market as far as XLM and the ISO coins go, and even the whole crypto market. And now if we go to XRP, and this is why I believe that's the case, right? Sometimes different cryptos will show a clearer story, and XRP is showing a good one right now. We saw that 2-week chart, just like XLM, call the top here, and then it said to buy here, right at the bottom. And we had our prepare to buy soon, like this, and then we came up here. And then we had our COVID scare event, right? After getting our blue. And then that was our true bottom. And then we went from 12 cents to all the way up to like close to $2. So now that we pull back down here, we got that same signal, right? We started going flat for some months, just like back here. We got our 2-week buy now signal. The blue came in here. We had our scare event. And what I believe is we're going to pull up here like that and go. And reach those highs that we all know it's going to hit. And we can even match it up with the void lines too, because when this 2-week signal flashed here, just like it's flashing now, we saw it go from blue to purple after being in green. So green to blue to purple, green to blue to purple. And we see the Stargate signals flash here right at the bottom. We come up a bit, scare event, true bottom, and then we go green to blue to purple, 2-week Stargate signals. We go up a bit, come back down for a scare event, and I believe now we're going to go. Now if we go to Songbird, so I believe Songbird's going to gear up in the next, I have a strong feeling Songbird's going to get its wings. It's going to earn its bones here pretty soon. I feel like it's time, especially with everything I've been showing you here as far as the dollar, the bond yields, Bitcoin, stock market, XRP, XLM. I feel like Songbird's time is coming real soon here. You see on the 1-day chart, on the 2-week chart, we have this clear descending channel since January of this year, coming down here for support, coming down here for resistance. If we can break back above like 2 cents, 2 cents is better confirmation, but we're so low right now, it might not hurt to take a stab at it. That's not financial advice, but it does look like a good level, especially with a narrative, an event that's upcoming, to get in on it, or at least put a little piece in. I've actually converted a tiny bit of XRP into this, take advantage of some outperformance, because you can see XRP against Songbird. Like even today, I think XRP against Songbird is up. Songbird against XRP is up 5% just today. And what I'm watching for is on the daily chart, if we break down below this EMA ribbon, it's going to be a big move down. We're talking like 40%, 30 to 40%. Songbird could outperform XRP. So it makes sense as far as the technicals to come down to here. So let's check the Songbird chart to see if 40% makes sense for it to rise and if it would hit any key levels. So I'm on the 12-hour chart. And if I do this, the 40% up move would bring it right to the 12-hour 200 moving average, where we found our rejection point this whole time down here. So it wouldn't be out of the cards, even if the whole market's going to head lower, it wouldn't be out of the cards for Songbird to have a pump up here 40% to get rejected from this level and then roll back over if that's the case. I don't think that'll be the case though. I think it would be the true bottom where we're at right now. Then if we look at the NASDAQ against Bitcoin, so stock market against Bitcoin, this is the level I want to see it get rejected at. We have all this trend line right here, as well as we're seeing, if we take this top right here to the bottom, stretch it out, we hit the golden pocket, or the golden ratio, the 618. But what I don't like is on the weekly chart, how we never got above this 50 moving average here, the red one. So what I'm looking for is us to get rejected as far as where we're at right now. And it looks like we're starting to, and that would show that either the stock market is pulling down and Bitcoin staying stable, or maybe stock market's going up or staying stable and Bitcoin has a big move up. So that's what I'm looking for. That's what I want to see. So as far as the market goes, I will keep you guys updated during the day today in the Discord if you're not already in it. Link in the bio. And any questions you guys have in there, just shoot it through and I'll be happy to answer it. And if you haven't already, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.